In theory, a curved gaming monitor offers a more immersive gaming experience, literally wrapping around you to immerse you in a different world. They can fill your peripheral vision and make you feel like you're really in the game. In practice, there are a number of trade-offs and things that you want to consider before buying a curved gaming monitor over a flat panel like this one. In this video, I want to talk you through those different factors, so let's jump straight in. The biggest difference between a flat and curved screen all has to do with what types of panels they can use. A flat screen can use any type of panel, that being IPS, VA, TN, quantum dot, or OLED. Curved panels don't have that luxury, as not all panel types are suitable for literally bending into the desired curve. Generally speaking, curved monitors make use of a VA or vertical alignment panel. Well, I won't go into too much detail in this video. In fact, there should be a video on the cards above explaining more about the different panel types if you're interested. The long and short of it is that VA panels are remarkably slow most of the time. It means that it takes them a remarkable amount of time to change colors, regardless of the refresh rates, which means you get blurry, smeared visuals on screen, especially if there's fast motion. For gaming, that's normally a pretty bad thing, as it makes it hard for you to see what's going on, and especially for, first-person shooters, it makes it a lot harder to actually hit your targets. Now, there are some upsides to VA panels, like their excellent contrast ratios, basically how dark they can get versus how bright they can get. A VA panel doesn't let functionally any light bleed through when it's meant to be showing black, whereas an IPS panel, that's in-plane switching, looks more grey when it's meant to be showing black. That means that a VA panel looks more true to life, has those deeper, richer blacks that us reviewers are always talking about, and has a lot more depth to what it shows. That is great for movies, but for gaming, it's actually a bit more of a hindrance. There are a few curved IPS panels, and the most notable exception to the VA panel rule is the recent collection of curved OLEDs, including the one I now use full-time, the Philips Evnia 8600. Curved OLEDs change the usage experience completely. They are, of course, pretty expensive right now, and while I'm clearly biased as I use one, I really think that it's worth it, of course, if you can afford it. OLEDs combine basically all the best parts of standard LCD panels. Infinite blacks, as the pixels can literally turn themselves off fully, instant response times making a perfectly clear and crisp image, even with fast motion, and are now even sporting high refresh rates. My Evnia is 240 Hz. Combine that with the subtle curve, and you now have what I think is the best gaming experience you can get right now. One big factor I haven't mentioned though is the aspect ratio of the display. A lot of curved monitors, in fact probably the majority of curved monitors sold today, are the standard widescreen 16:9 aspect ratio, 1920 by 1080, 2560 by 1440, 3840 by 2160, regular old widescreen. The problem is that widescreen isn't actually all that wide. It's only really wide compared to the old 4:3 square screens, so adding a curve to this really isn't that noticeable. It's not much, if any, more immersive, and generally it forces you into using a worse panel type for gaming. By contrast, an ultra-wide, a 21:9 monitor, has much more use for a curve. A 34-inch ultra-wide already spans a lot of your vision, so having that wrap around you helps suck you into your game. Of course, it depends on how tight of a curve the monitor has. Most monitors that I've tested have been anywhere from a 1500R to an 1800R curve, with only the most extreme featuring a 1000R curve. The number there is the number in millimeters, and the R is telling you that that's the radius. So a 1500R curved monitor is a curve to match a circle with a 1500 or 1.5 meter radius. The smaller that number, the tighter the circle, and therefore the more curve you'll get. 1000R, especially on an ultrawide or super ultrawide, is frankly insane. It genuinely wraps around you and make that experience remarkably immersive. Those monitors tend to be pretty pricey though. 1500R and 1800R are generally a bit more common, with my Evnia being an 1800R monitor. It's a much more subtle curve, but personally, I think I prefer that. It's easier to fit other monitors around a less tight curve, which is more important to me than a little bit of extra immersion. Your personal preferences will naturally dictate how you feel about these various options, but for what it's worth, my experience with 16:9 curved monitors has been pretty lackluster. I don't find them any more immersive than flat panels, despite testing countless options over the last decade or so that I've been reviewing tech, so I can't say that I generally recommend them, especially if there is a flat panel option with a better panel type at the same sort of price tag. When it comes to ultrawides though, especially the new crop of OLED panels, adding a curve is definitely worth it. It looks great, it feels more immersive, and it's just an all-round great experience to game with. Long story short, 16:9 curved, probably not. 21:9 or 32:9, definitely yes. I hope that that's useful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comments down below and I'll do my best to get back to you. And there's also a load of other videos that you can check out, including a load of different monitor reviews from curved, ultrawides and flat panels alike. I'll try and leave that playlist on the end cards when they pop up in a second. If you want to see more videos like this one, you can hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification icon. If you want to support me in these videos, you can do so through YouTube, Patreon, pick up a hoodie or t-shirt like this one, or a load of other designs I've made myself. And if you're interested in testing monitors, you can pick up one of my open source response time tools at osrtt.com. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you all in the next video.